for sale, I got game for sale. I got game for sale, I got game for sale. I got game for sale, I got game for sale. I got game for sale, I got game for sale. And I've been playing it well. Had a dollar in the dream, I've been weighing the scale. Found purpose, I've been working through my fingernails. It's the world, let's travel, pray I paved it well. I got game for sale, I got game for sale. I got game for sale, I got game. Gotta reach to be the one on top. No team like the one I got. You're now live with the One Block Shop.
Hey y'all, welcome to the One Block Shop.
What's good?
I am your co-host Jasmine Tamar Coleman.
And I'm Chad Coleman Jr.
And I'm Trey, I'm off camera as usual, baby.
Yeah, Rod training the cut, B.
We out here.
Yeah, so today's topic, we're going to actually be talking about teams and partners.
Yeah.
You guys have your LLCs open now. We have a brand name established. We got all that good stuff going. But now we looked up. I mean, what you said? We looked down,
Then we
looked back up. We realized there's a lot of shit missing. And that's perfectly fine, man. God bless us all with individual purpose. We all have our own unique skill sets. And unfortunately, sometimes, most of the time, you can't do everything by yourself. So we're going to talk about now what we feel like makes good partnerships, what makes good team members, and the things that we feel like you need to kind of make this thing go along the right way. You got to build that team.
I think that's a pretty good point. I think typically people, when they think about entrepreneurship, think about going it one deep, man. But that's definitely the hard way.
Yeah, it's the hardest way.
The hardest way. And I think one of the funniest things that I realized into this business was that, we were blessed enough as the three of us to be born as a team. But then I realized, working with different entrepreneurs, it was just like they're trying to do everything on their own. Now I'm like, how can you possibly do that? Like that is genuinely impossible, y'all. It is impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like, superheroes are real to a whole extent.
Yeah, man. My example I always like to use is like juggling. Like, I feel like if you're one guy and you're juggling 6 balls, it's gonna get difficult. It's a lot of tossing, a lot of catching. You get 6 people out there, and it's easy as pie. You know what I mean?
Everybody has their own ball. Just put it in your pocket, walk around.
Yeah. Now I'm a professional juggler, so kind of my show, man.
So let's get into it. Right. So like I said, I want to hit on teams first. I think teams are.
I think we need to talk about trials first. Let's talk about the trials of going solo.
Yeah.
Because people don't even know the importance of a team until they realize, oh shit, I've been doing
I try to maintain a winning mindset. Meaning I forget about all my L's after I take it.
So I haven't forgot about that.
Yeah, I haven't. I try to forget about my L's. So I mean, just to go into, young Chad and his entrepreneurship ventures. So I too was one of those guys that thought I'd be able to, do this whole thing solo.
Solo dolo.
And up to earlier this year when the pandemic hit, and I also got hurt earlier this year. I kind of tell you guys about that later, but like it woke me up. 2020 was a hell of a year to be trying to do some shit by yourself. So like I said, I have a screen printing company called Inky Originals. It's actually currently getting revamped for the same exact reason. Like I'm looking to do I am hiring. I have looking for team members, looking for people to process the orders, looking for help on my shirts. But before all of that, I was just doing that shit by myself. I would before Jasmine and Trey moved down, I would send the invoice off. I would make the shirts myself. I would package the shirts up myself. I would send the shirts off myself. I would post the pictures on Instagram. Pretty much run the whole entire business myself.
You also took the pictures, man. You can't have that out too, man.
Yeah, I took the pictures. Yeah, I mean, and it was crazy because at the time, I'm thinking I'm doing what I have to do. You know what I'm saying, to run a business. But now that I'm more mature, I've been exposed to more real efficient businesses. I realized that it caused me a lot of unnecessary stress.
Yeah.
And that stress ultimately kind of led up to a boiling point of where I did get hurt. And then the pandemic smacked, and then all the money just kind of fell apart.
And the thing is, your story is just real common. I came from work. I came from a job, and then I came into entrepreneurship. So like a job mindset and an entrepreneur mindset, they're like two totally different things. Like a job, like you get really into like inclined into work, do. But it's always instructed work, and what you're doing is always like within the vicinity of what someone tells you. So when I realized what I want to do was entrepreneurship and I had a vision, it was really, really hard for me in the beginning, like points of it, to figure out where to put my hard work out, because I'm the type of person that I will stay up until so and so much time to get something done. And if I say it's going to get done that day, it's going to get done that day. But the question was just like, what the hell is supposed to get
At
done
what
this
cost?
day? You know what I'm saying? And also when you're entrepreneurship, everything has to get done every single day.
Yeah,
So
a lot
it
of
was,
times
like,
you can
organized.
afford to drop the ball. You know, yeah, especially if you got, like in my instance, like I said, screen printing, where you'd have these huge orders. Like I said, I end up through a friend of mine, CC Curly's Benson. She ended up hooking me up with the Atlanta Public Schools, and I became an Atlanta Public School vendor, and those led to even bigger orders. And I'm still one deep in this bitch, like fulfilling them. Like mind you, so I quit my job, all that stuff. Like I had my full
There's thousands of shirts.
16 hours, but at the same time, I was spending every single hour making shirts, bagging up shirts, sending off invoices. It was no freedom in being an entrepreneur for me at that time. And I realized, this year that's not how it's supposed to go. And that's kind of part of the reason why we made the podcast, just to kind of help you guys not make those the same decisions. That's why we're taking a full episode to talk about this, because it's essential that you guys understand that you can't do this by yourself.
Oh yeah, man.
Essential.
Wise man once told me, the separations and delegation, man. Hey, yo, that was off the dome, guys.
Trey trying to make up a couple quotables to, he's trying to get on the One Block Shop page.
Boy, that was fire.
What'd you say,
man.
those?
I said the separation is in delegation, baby.
The separations. I mean, it makes sense if you read it slow. We'll put it up there. Separations and delegation.
Bro, it has to be true because
Dash
it
Rob
rhymes,
Trey.
bro.
Yeah,
It's gonna be the title of the episode. When
gonna be
everybody's not looking, I'm gonna
I believe him.
the separation, baby.
But let's okay, separation, delegation. Let's first. Oh, appreciate it, bro. Let's.
Now that I've committed that the
Oh,
separation
Lord.
and delegation is law, right? Because it rhymes, of course. How do I actually go about, collecting people and amassing my team to, get to that next level, would you say?
Well, that's, like I said, we first need to identify where we're lacking.
Yeah.
And if you're starting off a brand, I can tell you a couple of positions. I mean, really, that all business needs. You know what I'm saying? We need customer service. You know what I'm saying? That can be handled by you or a person. We need a person in charge of marketing. We need a social media guy. We just need a couple of things. It's all going to be kind of specific to your business, but like I said, you can't do everything, and it's important to identify what you can and can't do. So I think a better situation, we kind of make some examples for you guys. Like I said, as far as the screen print company, I needed a customer service person. You know what I'm saying? So I found one, a person that's able to actually take all the orders in. Then we need people here to actually print the shirts. We need people here to bag the shirts. We need people here to ship the shirts off. That's pretty much all you need for a typical screen printing company, right? So that's 4 roles. Take care of. Oh yeah, then of course the legal stuff like accounting, books, and all that stuff. That can be handled by an kind of a
Outsourced team
an
member.
outsourced person.
Mm-hmm.
But those are just things that I would put in my screen printing company. And
Yeah.
then
And then what else?
I'm trying to see. Hold on.
I think you also need marketing guys. You need people taking pictures, getting the word out, things of that
Yeah.
nature.
And then, like I said, to go into team members a little bit more, a team member doesn't have to be legally part of your business,
Yeah,
right? So it
that's
just needs to
true.
be somebody that you kind of can depend on to fulfill that role. Just kind of a role player for you. So like I said, for all of my brands, all the brands that I work with, like I said, we have you form a relationship with your graphic designer, right? This graphic designer is really important to you. Like you need this person to make all of your graphics. Like I said, we told you about David. I got a couple other
Shout out.
guys we can put you on to, like OTS Sean is great. The app Fiverr is great, you know, just to kind of get your stuff. But
Started.
like, it's just having those people in play for you. What up? You really can hop in
Well,
whenever.
it's really so one of the things that people don't really understand about a team is that a team member is someone that adds to you in some way. A lot of times you want to put your team members and have them your friends. And your friends may or may not be the best examples of what a team member actually is or what it looks like. So they had to be added in some type of way. But another thing that I had to learn, what made a great team member as a business owner myself and even owning One Block Shop Photography, is when you have a team member, which is a little bit different from a partner because y'all are both sharing the same vision. When you have a team member, you kind of have to give these people some type of promise. Sometimes it can be like money, a value or something like that, or a promise that, oh, well, you need, you need this, this, and this. Well, I have this, this, and this, and I can give this to you as long as you use it under here.
Yeah,
You know
so
what I'm saying?
Essentially, like some sort of incentive to work with you.
It's
Yeah,
an
it has to
incentive.
be an incentive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For a team member, it has to be an incentive. It's very hard. The average person doesn't naturally believe in you. You know what I'm saying? They believe in your gift. They don't naturally. You know what I'm saying?
People,
they believe in
are
the God in
definitely
you.
people are definitely attracted to your gift. But like I said, it needs if you're a person it's been hard for you to get people to buy in, it's probably because people just simply don't know what's in it for them. You know what I'm saying? Like by nature, humans are selfish and trying to take care of themselves. Like you have to. Some of us have kids. Like you can't just expect somebody to show up consistently and not know what it is. You know, so.
It's true.
And as far as what I think you should do about that, like I said, because I know a lot of you guys, I know a lot of you guys might not have the most income as far as to be able to actually put people on payroll, and that's completely fine. You need to set up some kind of promise, but
Yeah.
make sure that you come through on all of your promises.
Yeah,
Because, go ahead.
I think if you have the incentive, like if you have a skill to bring to the table,
Oh
especially
yeah,
if
that's
it
the best one.
benefits somebody, like that can take off some of the edge of you needing, monetary value. Now, if you don't have a skill, of course, the old kashish goes a long way for team building. But preferably, you just want to be able to do something for those people. Like, let's say that you need models. Like, you need models to wear your clothing for your brand. Now, what models need, they typically benefit off having great pictures of them. So
Exposure, pictures.
So if you can bring a camera, if you can bring photography skills to the table, that's something they may not have access to. And you can sort of, now you have value to these people that you need.
Right, and pretty much every business in 2020 definitely requires a cameraman of some sort. Like, I don't care if you're rapping, selling shirts, selling books, restaurant, you have to have a cameraman. You have to have a social media presence in 2020 to kind of push your business to the masses. So like I said, that's a team member that you for sure got to have. And the good thing about it, there's no shortage of camera people out there. And like I said, they just need to know what's in it for them. Like I said, most of the time you can pay them, you can give them a commission of the sales, you can do whatever you have to do. You just need to make sure that they know what they're getting out of it.
And literally, even that, like, that's why I mentioned myself. Like, I'm practically making myself a team member for you guys. So I'm part of a team. It's not exactly a partnership. It's a team member, a group thing. And it's helping you delegate responsibilities amongst different types of people, because that is very important. Your visual concept of your business is extremely important, and you need somebody focused on all ends is extremely important.
That you can trust.
That you can trust and rely on, and you know that you're going to get a good product back. Because it's really scary to spend $400. It's really scary to spend $400-$500, and you don't even know if this person can return or can deliver. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot better to have someone that's a lot more established in routine or of some sort. You know what I'm saying? That when you do have that lump sum of money in every sense of area, whether it be your photography, whether it be your living, whether it be like your shirts and whatever, that is someone that you're like, oh yeah, this person does consistently good work. Because once your money gets involved, and even really once your time gets involved, because a lot of you guys are still working and are entrepreneurs at the same time. You need people on that list that can cater to you at the times that you need catered to. You know what I'm saying? Or you can be able and be good enough to be able to send an email out and that person knows exactly what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And that person's able to move within their own entity. Like, that's what really makes a great team member. There's so many things that make a great team member. But I remember one of the most important things for me in the beginning of all this, and even now, was like the reliability in my access to my team members as well. That was like the most important thing to me, was the reliability and the access, because if the person's reliable, I don't have to access them all the time. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm training someone, I need them to be accessible to me most of the time, because it's like, all right, you need to build from here to here to here. Accessibility, reliability is like, oh, I need this, this, and this. And the person's like, oh, I got you. And you have return. And it's even better than what you expected. That's reliability. And they blend together as well.
Yeah. See, me personally, I tell you guys at least once an episode that I work in music. Shout out Pothead Panda, subsidiary of Pothead Panda Incorporated. And one of my bigger qualifiers for people that I work with is that I want them to be genuinely passionate about what it is that I need them to do for me, and for them to, I guess, that passion, it lets me know that they're going to be committed to bringing the best product out every time.
Yeah, they need to enjoy their part.
Yeah. And the person has to be working in their gift as well.
Yeah, that's
that's
the most important. If you can build your team up with people that they love what they do, like, you're gonna always put out a superior product. Like, always.
Every single time. And those people do exist. Not everyone's a creative, like, at all. Some people are strictly business. Some people are just numbers. Like, they don't even like photos. It is numbers. Yeah, and those are perfect people in your team.
Like, for example, like, say, I know the role I usually play in people's team, marketing, business management, etc. I think, and it's great that, like, for example, when I work with Rob Trey, I don't have to worry about the music he's making. I have to worry about the album title. I have to worry about anything related to music whatsoever. I just do my job.
Yeah.
And it just helps me that I actually love to do my job, which is just the marketing, social media, and all that good stuff. Like, it'll definitely, you want people that enjoy what they're doing, and you want them to do that for you as well.
Right. Yeah, and even you also want people, like, example, Rob Trey again. We work together in each other's gifts and talents. So even when we're dealing with Rob Trey again, I'm a creative myself, but I knew that in this moment, I wasn't the main creative. I was a team member. So I'm able to navigate and mold from what he liked to be like, oh, what do you think about this, this, and this for what you have right here, and draw from that. And that's also an extremely important person of a team member. And that also really makes that more of a bigger strive with the difference between a team member and a partner. A team member, you kind of have to build and mold according to the main person within the group. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that, because you're still, those groups of people are still entrepreneurs at their own. It's more of, this is their piece of the business.
If you're part of a team, just understand that everybody on the team is working towards one specific goal. And that specific goal is probably either a person or an entity. You need to be comfortable with doing that. You know?
I think the biggest thing, and it's a big lesson that I had to learn, like, the whole reason that you build this team of people around you is so you don't have to worry about every little thing.
Absolutely.
Like, the reason it's important that you trust the people around you is because what you want to do is alleviate some of your time and your mental capacity by kind of letting other people worry about things that you don't want to worry about.
100% true, though.
Yeah, and it takes a lot. Like I said, I definitely want to take some time to kind of get into our situation. Like I said, we are a family.
Oh yeah, it's true.
I know many of you guys don't believe you can work with your family members. I know I talk to people all the time. They're like, yeah, I talked to my brother in years. I talked to my sister in years. You know, and I've never really been able to relate to that kind of thing because I've always been close to these guys. But we've had challenges. We've had challenges too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the synergy has definitely been off at times. You know, like, it's Because when you do work with family, there is no personal in business, even though we tried to keep it that way at one point.
Oh yeah.
I remember Jasmine came over one time, was like, yeah, I just want to do business only. I'm like, no, nigga, why are you upset? Like, what's going on? We can't focus on the business if you're upset. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the same oh, my bad. The same goes for your lifelong friends too.
Yeah, right. Whether family extends to best friends too.
Nah, if you have a history with that person, there's no way that everything that you guys do becomes personal because it's built off a history of you knowing each other.
Yeah, and naturally you're gonna bring in the past. So like, I feel like everybody should be able to work with their family members. I've always kind of looked up to like the Wayans and what they did. And wanted that something similar for my family. So I think, do y'all have any tips for like working with your family members? I know people want to do it. Mm-hmm. It's just they don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel
off the top.
I think what's best to understand when you're working with family is that regardless of whatever your family dynamic is,
right,
each of you are gifted and talented at different things.
Yeah, completely different things.
And you need to give each other room to showcase that.
Yeah.
Like, there was a point in time where I tried to learn the background of marketing and things like that. And it stopped me from being able to write music because I'm trying to learn this whole other thing that I'm
learning is stressful.
Yeah. Whereas, like...
That's UPS.
If I just leave the marketing shit to Chad, who has a passion for that shit, he can be happy and I can be happy, and that's fucking beautiful. Everything
works. I just say, like, most family, there's going to be some kind of family drama associated because, I mean, if you've been brothers and sisters for 20 plus years, there's no way that everything would just great.
Right.
I think my number one tip would be to just actually talk that stuff out. Like, I feel like there's so much stuff in a person's and a family's history that kind of gets overlooked, you know what I'm saying? But just go ahead and talk it out. Like, I know it's going to be tough. It might be a really tough conversation to have, but sometimes you got to have that conversation.
Yeah.
I know one thing we like to do as far as our talking sessions, we'll roll up a little doobie, you on the back porch.
And then we list our parents' favorites from top to bottom. And we just kind of see where we stand.
But for real, y'all, one of the things is a family entrepreneurship group and a team entrepreneurship group. It's the same thing. You're going to have issues and you're going to have to talk through anything, whether you're dealing with family, friends, or people that you met with the group, because you're learning how to gel in a different way and within a different entity. So
there can't be grievances and y'all still be able to produce. Like, talk that stuff out. Like, don't ignore it. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't be like, oh, don't talk shit about someone behind their back or talk to the other team members. Like, no, talk it out with that person directly. You have to pull them to the side, do that. You know what I'm saying? So
oh yeah,
big fly got caught. Oh yeah, we got a fly zapper now too, by the way. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, man, it's
no
shout out to us. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no flies bothering us anymore.
So
problem solving.
I wanted to actually talk about the notes, and I wanted to mention that we do have notes and we do have homework for you guys today, and you're gonna see that in the link below. But the notes really just helps you separate the super teams. And, in the homework, you can create your own super team yourself. But the notes is a little bit more guided and gives definitions and roles to really get your mind flowing. Think of
it like a worksheet.
Oh, yeah.
Like a worksheet. You just kind of help guide you along the way.
That's what the homework is, the worksheet. But if you need a little bit more information to make these super teams, because I know for myself, when I did decide to go within my own branch of the business, I was just like, this, and this. And there was delegations that had to be made. And I have a team outside of my brothers, that needed to be, that was ordained to need to be created. You know what I'm saying?
Teams, man.
So I just wanted to give that to you guys as a worksheet for the homework and just have your, things flowing. And also for people who want extra help, I put in the notes for practically my 5, ultimate team members to always have.
Yeah, definitely need you guys to take some time and brainstorm exactly what it is that you need for your business. The roles that you have to play, the roles that you personally play, and the roles that you need. Now, if you need some help sort of figuring out, what you need to run your business, take a look at a business similar to the one that you want. See what it is that makes them tick, and it could give you some ideas.
For sure, absolutely.
Yeah, don't reinvent the wheel either. Like this, people have done this stuff before you.
For years.
Please take advice from the people that's done stuff before you. That's like, if there's anything I could tell you, like, don't try to figure this shit out. If it's already been done, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, man. That's how we know that anything that rhymes, it's a law. It's been done, baby.
We'll be right back with my sponsors. We got a message from my sponsors, UPS. They bring me packages every day. I'm getting shirts all the time. So it's actually my guy right here. So.
You gonna pause it?
Oh my God! Okay.
My guy, I have it. So yeah, a lot of times I don't have the COD check, but today I have it. You want to say something for the camera? Thanks, brother.
Chad didn't know the UPS was outside, man. He got lucky.
Oh yeah, for the people that didn't know, we're in a garage.
Nah, man, this is a 3-story building.
It's one of them, double wide doors.
Garage? Who? This ain't no garage. This is the 1-block shop, baby. But no, this is actually the garage. It's awesome too, man. I think we actually showed you guys. If you watched the intro, those are all shots in the garage.
Oh yeah, man.
We gotta lay it out, man. Shout out to our original sponsor, Miss Stephanie Coleman. She's actually the one
she is the originator.
Yeah, she's actually the one that organized all this stuff. She found these cabinets and she made it look awesome.
Yeah.
And by the way, she also has a podcast coming soon. So
stay tuned for that.
Yeah, stay on it. Yeah,
Jumpstart our kids.
Jumpstart our kids. Everything education.
Mother has a lot of knowledge. If you think we're smart, just know that we got it from somewhere.
We got it from our mama.
She's gonna take care of you guys. So yeah, where we at on the minutes? Is that everything?
That is everything. We've covered it all, guys.
Yeah, man. Teammates.
Again,
man.
guys, we talked about teams.
Yeah.
We talked about delegation and.
Don't be selfish in your delegation either. Like, don't just ask people to do shit and then it's like they don't.
Like they owe you something.
People don't owe you anything. You know what I'm saying? Just work it out. You know what I'm saying? Talk it out. If you don't have money, I promise you, people are understanding that you don't have money. Like, work out some kind of system, a bartering system, whatever it may be, to get them on board. But, the main way I feel like people get on board is if they just believe in what it is you're doing. Like, they believe in your talent, and they know that, and they trust that you're going to take care of them. If, when things do go well, they'll work with you. You know what I'm saying?
I also believe that's the side, and I also believe in the other side, which is sometimes you have to cultivate your vision enough where people, like, there's a time period where you go off to people, but there's a time period where you have to cultivate that vision. And a lot of times when it's hard for people to see what you see is because you haven't spent the time to cultivate yourself. And I mean, that includes saving up the money that you need. That includes having the vision. But you have to be able to share a full thing. You can't say, well, I want to start a clothing brand called Cherry Blossoms. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you expect the person next to you to be like, I'll make you 15,000 Cherry Blossom t-shirts for free. Like, no, bro. Yeah. Like, you need to cultivate your vision. You know what I'm saying? Figure out what you want. And then on top of that, things help when you have a little... cash flow in your...
Yeah. You got to realize nobody's going to want to ride with you if you don't know where you're going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got to know where you're going. And like I said, we actually didn't get to talk about partnerships, so I'm talking about that real quick. The difference between a teammate and a partnership is basically a partner is who you're going to go into business with. Like, you guys are going to take on all the liabilities together, take on all the expenses together. You're actually going to share the dream, share the vision, and then you and your partner will then go find the team members to kind of help push the dream along. So, yeah, for me and all my best partnerships, they're gonna be people that are pretty much kind of opposite to me. You know what I'm saying? People that respect my talents, I respect their talents. You know what I'm saying? We both bring them in together, and we make this super cool, brain baby of a business. And I feel like those are the best partnerships, in my opinion. What you guys think?
No, I completely agree. The best partnership is literally someone that can bring something to the table that you can't. You never want the same person. That's called group thought. And group thought is literally one of the worst things to be stuck in, because you can never move forward with someone that thinks the exact same way. Like, I don't want to call someone my twin unless it's a Siamese twin.
Yeah.
If a person thinks exactly the same way that you do, then you're gonna come to the same conclusion every time.
Yeah, and that's you want to have somebody that kind of can help you switch it up, and you also want to have somebody that will hold you accountable. Like, accountability is really, really big. I can account, I can account, but accountability is kind of what's changing. Was been changing. It was really big in my business. It's been changing my businesses. Just putting somebody in a role of accountability over you can work numbers for you. Like, like you won't work as hard for yourself as you will for somebody else. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? As an entrepreneur, if you don't have a boss, you can set up an accountability chain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hold myself accountable to both Jasmine and Trey because, we're in business together. I don't want to let them down. I'm pretty sure it's vice versa. That's kind of what I love about partnerships. That's what I love about partnerships, like accountability, being able to lean on somebody, knowing they're not going to let you down, and knowing that if they do let you down, feel pretty shitty about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty much good
way
enough.
Way to end it with the downer, Chad.
Wow, yeah.
But yeah, man, this is the One Block Shop, man, episode 4, man. Check us out. Later on this week, we have a special guest coming, Mr. Eric McLaughlin. He's my tax guy. He knows a whole lot about payroll. He knows a whole lot about a lot of different things, business related. I can't wait for you guys to get that information, because I also need that information. Like, we'll all be in here taking notes. It's time for it, man. We're growing. We're growing.
Growth.
Peace.
Peace. Love y'all.
Love and happiness.